Recently, on September 28th, 2023, it has revealed that Rockstar Games' money-hungry greed has exceeded new heights in GTA Online. And let me tell you, very straight up, they have yet again nerfed Cayo Perico, or how I like to say it, Cayo Perico heists. And here's the entire chart of it, just for those who want to see the full extent. So while I'm showing you this chart, you guys can look at it while I'm giving you the explanation. Some of you who may be coming across it now, going like, oh, so you're complaining that Rockstar is just, making a very small nerf to like make these balancing changes, quote unquote, as Rockstar says. No, it's not the fact of how much they have nerfed Cayo Perico, it's the fact that they keep nerfing it repetitively, and it's the fact in general that they nerf Cayo Perico just without anyone's approval. And on top of that, in the same week, they've also announced good news for those who subscribe to GTA Plus, those who paid microtransactions for newer gen consoles only. You guys can now get a one-time benefit of free money in GTA Online when you are a GTA Plus subscriber that charges you $6 a month or $1 for the first month of ever subscribing, as they've announced some time ago. So they're bribing you into buying microtransactions while at the same time they're nerfing Cayo Perico for the quote-unquote excuse of we're trying to give you balancing changes. I'll tell you that, I'll show you like in a moment like how they've said it themselves on their newswire directly. But coming back to this, you're just looking at the graph, seeing how they changed the primary targets of the primary values from tequila being almost $1 million down to 630,000. The ruby necklace that used to pay you $1 million. Disregarding the fees and costs, however, when you finish the heist, that takes away like 15-20% of the total heist cut in general, whatever, something like that, more or less. I'm not giving an estimate. Still, I'm not giving the accurate estimate. I'm just saying they still take a bit, but still, now they've lowered it to 700,000. They've lowered bearer bonds. That was pretty good, actually. A pretty good paying primary target. They lowered it to 770. Now it's almost as worth as Cincimito Tequila. It's a shocker. And the save cash, my gosh, when you used to be able to get $99,000 total, which was actually pretty fun again. Actually, you're like, oh, I got 50,000, oh, I got 87,000 watt. Now they lowered the minimum to 20,000, and chances are, because they've done that, I doubt they're gonna increase the chance of getting anywhere near 80,000 or above. They're gonna lower that chance significantly, in fact, making it possibly even rare to get about $80,000 plus when you go into El Rubio's office's safe, collecting the money from there, which is possible when you go up the stairs and you enter his office and you collect the key card when you do the heist. They lowered the minimum value by 60%. The setup fee has been increased by $75,000. That's taking 100% of the setup fee's value and tripling the percentage. Practically, when I would think about, actually, I thought it would have been 400% increase, but then when you think about it, it's like 100% of 25,000 is 25,000, 200% is 50,000, 300% over it goes to 75,000. But then you forget you have to add it to the primary value. It's not the fact that you are like, oh, you have a $0 setup fee. So it makes sense actually now that I think about it. I was about to criticize whoever made the graph, but then I thought and I was like, oh yeah, that's why. Still, it now charges you $100,000. So now, as much as you would like to make money off of this heist, especially if you do it solo, you can potentially make about $400,000 from this heist, because tequila is practically the most common primary value in GTA Online, where you can only sometimes often get the ruby necklace, and it would be like, oh my gosh, freaking God bless me that day when they give me the bearer bonds. Getting the pink diamond is like, dude, I'm playing the lottery. But still, besides that though, they lowered the values, and you're looking at this, it's like, the changes aren't that much. You look even at secondary targets where the gold is still the same, but everything else has been decreased in value. However, they've lowered the RNG chance of cocaine generally around the map outside of the compound from 40% chance of seeing it to 30% in all locations. But they've also changed the cocaine's RNG in select secondary target sites that requires 2 players to 60%. They've increased it to a 60% chance while lowering the chance rate of cash from 80% to 40% in those same secondary locations that requires 2 players. Where first of all, they used to be able to do it by yourself, where you just flick the lever, the garage door opens, you walk in and you loot. But now you have to have someone hold the lever down always. Which I found kind of annoying, but whatever. Could be worse. But now they nerfed the heist again. When I've heard some YouTube channels speaking about how they nerfed the guards being able to detect dead bodies, they've said that players got used to it because, you know, at least it's normal, finally. Why would they do it for Cayo Perico heist, though? That's the thing, but still, it's kind of normal for that to happen. Someone trips over a dead body and they're like, hey, look at this! My tequila spilled all over this body. Oh, that's a body. And then, yeah, that's it. The Cayo alarm goes off and El Rubio gets pissed but never shows himself. Either way, of all this explanation that I've just said, the main point is that Rockstar has done it again. They've generally nerfed Cayo Perico heist for the intention of, in their words, quote-unquote, making the players change their interests to enjoy a wide variety of content around GTA Online. Now let's get to that part soon, or now maybe, I don't know. I don't plan videos like these, I'm just giving a rant. Now here is directly from Rockstar's newswire that has just been very recently released, just yesterday. They've stated adjustments to Assault on Cayo Perico and the Cayo Perico heist. Assault on Cayo Perico, the adjustments they did was buff it, quote unquote, a little bit, but no one cares about that as much. It's mainly the Cayo Perico heist itself that pays you over $1 million after completing it successfully. Now let's go through the first target, that's the first paragraph that I just want to simplify in the shortest term, just so that it could be more better looking for you guys to read with me. So they state themselves, as part of ongoing adjustments, god damn. I feel bad for the game. As part of ongoing adjustments to provide players with greater incentives to experience the full range of content available. Let me just simplify it for you. What Rockstar means when they say this is, you guys are making money off of this game by playing the game and having fun. We do not allow that, especially that you are not paying us a sufficient amount of microtransactions. Therefore, if you guys don't give us $100 million in microtransactions on a monthly basis, we're going to do nerfs like these. Starting off with doubling base GTA money payouts in Assault Cayo Perico, who gives about that, and nerfing Cayo Perico heist itself. And as they've stated there, we have made some GTA money payout changes to setup costs and finale payouts for the Cayo Perico heist. Payouts for Madrazo Foss and the Pink Dom will remain the same, hallelujah, as will payouts for gold as a secondary target. Payouts for other primary and secondary targets have been reduced as well. What a mouthful. Thanks, Rockstar. Besides that, though, reading what I've highlighted here, this just sounds like a mouthful of bad English, because Rockstar doesn't want to be directly honest with the player base in their true, what's that word, their true motive into what they've actually wanted out of the player base when they constantly have yet again done another nerf for specifically the Cayo Perico heist. You may be wondering, why is it the Cayo Perico heist? Why don't you look at something else? Well, guess what? Everything else, like the tuner contracts when you go in your auto shop, is literally sitting in the corner of Rockstar's HQ, shitting diarrhea, afraid that it's about to be touched the same way that Rockstar has been constantly poking at Cayo Perico heist endlessly ever since the DLC released. That Rockstar's like, hey, we're making more content that's giving money. Let's nerf specifically the Cayo Perico heist, because it seems like you guys continue to enjoy this heist. We want you guys to enjoy another variety of content that's waiting for you guys to be played. Well, guess what, Rockstar? If you want us to experience it, we will... Forget anything I've just said. In fact, why do you even force us? It's the fact that they're forcing us. It's like they think we don't know that anything else exists. Because, the first heist they've released since, like, Lester, whatever, the Fleeca Bank robbery, or the, whatever else it is, the guy you have to rescue from the prison break, you have to rescue Rashkovsky, and you have to fly a plane, so on and so forth. Apparently Rockstar thinks that we don't care about it anymore. Well, it's not the fact that we don't care about it, it's the fact that it pays more money than anything else in the game. So now you are making these adjustments to make Cayo Perico worth less, to average it with everything else in the game, if not still being better than everything else in the game, except tuner contracts, because that, like I've said before, is sitting in the corner waiting, like, please don't touch me, please don't touch me, please don't touch me. It's literally shaking its ass off, literally, because that stuff actually pays really damn good. But now, going back to the Cayo Perico heist, the main go-to of making money. Why is this the main go-to of making money? Well, look on the websites, for crying out loud. Look at the formula vehicles that costs over $3 million. You have to do about 6 Cayo Perico heists by yourself solo to be able to afford one of the formula vehicles. And that depends if you get either Pink Diamond or Since Tequila, whatever they call it. If you get primary target, or secondary targets rather, that you get enough coke or gold, depends on if your friend lets you take 85% for yourself and you will be able to rob gold, or if you do it solo you will be able to have full bags worth of coke. That depends on all that. So average, you may do 6, maybe 7 Cayos or Cayo Perico heists to be able to buy one vehicle, and that excludes upgrades. That's how broken the economy is in the game. Now, why did Rockstar make this stuff so expensive? To make people play the game. Okay, now, how do you make people play the game? Simple, doing shit like this to say, no, do not play out this heist anymore. You've made enough money off of it. Guess what? Everything else exists. Play that, guys. Play that, play that. We want you to play our game longer. We want you to entice yourself in the wide variety of content that literally pays you 2 cents, that can buy you just 1 round of a pistol bullet. But guess what? We want you to continue playing the game because, you can make money off of this. I mean, good news. This week, they have 4 businesses that gives you double production speeds. That includes Lupe's Cargo, that you can get for your CEO warehouse, nightclub goods, bunker goods, and I believe motorcycle club goods, from what I could remember off of my mind. Not 100% sure. I made a video on it just yesterday. But they did production speeds on these 4 businesses. I was looking at that and I was like, this week looks promising. And that was until I heard this. Something that seems like a blessing with Rockstar has to end up being cursed as fuck. And it frankly pisses me off. So of all this that I've said, Rockstar's saying to experience the full range of content available, quote unquote, they're not saying that as they mean it. What they're saying is, we see you guys enjoying Cayo Perico too much. We want you to put your focus onto everything else in the game by discouraging Cayo Perico, because by paying you less. So it's a way of Rockstar breaking English, because they're pretty bad at English, just so that you can either do something else, which most other players who are done playing the game will start modding in cash to their accounts to buy what they want to buy off the websites, or they're just going to stop playing the game in general, or they're going to start paying microtransactions, which is what Rockstar wants. In fact, I'll even bring this up on another note to prove Rockstar's continuing broken English. Remember before the San Andreas Bugs DLC released in June this year? where Rockstar clearly said lesser used vehicles will be removed from in-game websites, quote-unquote, to streamline the browsing experience. Clearly, Rockstar does not understand what streamlining means. I will explain to you where I believe Rockstar got it from. Boom. They just went on google.com, searched up streamline meaning, and they looked on vocabulary.com, and all they saw out of streamline was profitable. They ignored everything else that was stated beforehand and afterhand. All they saw was profitable. So they were like, oh my gosh, what a perfect word to fool the wallets playing our game. Let's use the word streamline, as stated here, the browsing experience, to, in the end, actually make it profitable for us at Rockstar Games. And in the meanwhile, while Rockstar is finding new incentives on making microtransaction profits on a daily basis, then we have Take-Two who walks in and goes like, wow, Rockstar, how did you get all this money? And then Rockstar just looks left and right as like, players really like paying to win, I guess. And then Take-Two's like, really? You got so much money, do you have any to share with us? And Rockstar's like, well, if I don't share with you, we're not gonna be linked anymore, right? We're not gonna, like, I'm not gonna be your mother company anymore, right? So what ends up happening is, whichever one in order, I'm not gonna go into specific detail of who's the mother company and who owns who, but it's basically under someone. They're basically sucking each other off. Let's just say that, okay? There you go. So basically, Take-Two is like, do you want to share some with us? And Rockstar's like, sure, take it. And now look. GTA publisher Take-Two is doubling their CEO and president's pay to $72 million due to increased microtransactions. Ha 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 ha. This face seems more suitable for the rest of this video. I'm just gonna keep it that way. Let me just remove the Rockstar logo in the background, and that's much better. Look at all that money that this guy has now because of Rockstar's continuing bullshit. And if you look around on Twitter with all these motives that Rockstar continues to do with Grand Theft Auto 5, everyone understands the situation. Rockstar keeps literally pumping dry milk from a cow that's practically starved to death, and Rockstar still wants more out of it. In fact, Rockstar is so money-hungry starved, now they're stabbing the cow to death, trying to find extra pockets of milk they could continue milking. And when I mean stab the cow, that's what I'm saying. They do another nerf for the Cayo Perico heist. That is the probably most #1 played event or content in GTA Online because it pays the most. And Rockstar keeps poking at it endlessly, and it hurts my heart to say this, but unfortunately there's no doubt. There's no doubt. Rockstar, you guys are so painful to deal with. You're so painful to deal with. I actually want to cry, but I'm too pissed to cry. I'm too pissed. It's not possible. I want you guys to know another thing before I end this video. If you think going to feedback and ranting to Rockstar through their feedback page, as they've stated previously in previous... Let me show you. Although I couldn't find right away Rockstar directly saying that they listened to the feedback, looking at the fact that they still mentioned in select newswires that they've said they've listened to direct feedback, and we've taken direct inspiration from your feedback. I'd like to tell you right now, they don't care about your feedback. If they really cared about your feedback, those 180 plus vehicles that they removed from in-game websites could have been brought back into the game. But because their incentive of making money off of this gesture in removing content from GTA Online, putting it behind paywalls, is just another step to proving my point that Rockstar doesn't give a shit about the player base, looking at them as wallets, as long as they can support their money-hungry greed off of your money. Especially putting it behind GTA Plus paywalls on top of that, just to rub the salt in the wound. And of all this that I've mentioned, the only thing that I'm missing out of all this to really make my point 100% true is the fact that I'm not speaking loud enough. Because Rockstar, no matter what I say, what anyone tries to say, no one has a voice over Rockstar's money-hungry greed. And that's why from the rest of this video, I have this guy's face showing. Because he doesn't care. He doesn't care about what happens at Rockstar. He's Take-Two. He's his own company. Whatever happens at Rockstar, he just looks at him and goes like, "Wow! How did you make all this money?" And his jaws just open wide, looking at all the money Rockstar's made off of their money-hungry, greedy bullshit. Such as NERFED Cayo Perico yet again, which is completely bullshit. I'd like to say that again. He doesn't care. He just goes like, "I want my money, and Rockstar makes my money." There's so much more I could rant about, but I hope I got my points across as clear as crystal. That I wish I could have made it as crystal as I possibly wish I could. Like beyond crystal. If you think Rockstar's gonna fix their game, they won't. If you think that Rockstar's gonna nerf Cayo Perico again, they might. They're gonna do anything as well as lie to your faces, every single one of you, just to be like, "Guys, how much more microtransactions did we make after this gesture? Hey, we made an extra shark card worth of money from yesterday. Oh, that means the incentive was good. Keep it that way." The moment they see their microtransactions start dropping, which is impossible, because we still have kids out there stealing from their parents' bank accounts just to pay for, I don't know, a new Devastate, or whatever vehicle they like driving around now. I'm a Oppressor Mark II for all I care. I don't give a shit. Orbital cannons even. Who gives a flying fuck about that though? It's not gonna change. Because there's still gonna be money being spent on bullshit like this. And Rockstar's gonna keep thinking to themselves in complete delusional freaking ponies and unicorns land of, "We're still making our money. That means the players like this. That means we did good. Let's keep adding more bugs into the game to make sure we get more microtransactions. Yeah!" They're gonna start sounding like minions from fucking Despicable Me, freaking making billions of dollars off of our stupid minds just because we're done playing this shit game. We just want to enjoy what we want to enjoy, which is the content that's hidden behind paywalls. Number one, that Rockstar has done that will increase their microtransaction payout. Or two, whatever the frick is super expensive on the websites that's still left on the websites that we're like, "Shit, I want to have fun with this now. I can't wait anymore. I'm done having to wait freaking half a year's worth of eternities to be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy a shark card because I can't wait for Cayo Perico to load up again just because I want money in this game." Rockstar doesn't care as long as they're making money off of your pockets. You're not players to them anymore. You're their wallets. You're their bitches. You're his bitch right there, as you see. And he doesn't care. As long as you keep paying your well hard-earned money to that guy directly. You think your money's being directed to GTA 6? You want GTA 6 to release? They're not going to release GTA 6. I'm telling you that right now. Okay? How much microtransactions you pay until each and every one of you starts paying Rockstar at least $1 million a month in microtransactions. Each and every one of you. Each and every single unique player currently playing GTA Online at this very moment, then Rockstar might be instinctive to be like, "You know what? Let's actually release GTA 6. Because the players actually want something." And even then they won't care. Because, well, we're making money off of GTA Online, let's keep delaying GTA 6. There's no winning with Rockstar. You pay them more money, they're gonna take more from you. You pay them less money, they're gonna continue nerfing GTA Online to make sure you pay more microtransactions for them to satisfy their money-hungry starvation. They don't even dedicate it to starving kids in Africa. They dedicate it to this guy right here, living in America, sipping a latte, going, Oh, hallelujah. I'm making money. This is such a lifetime. You know, anyone can make a company nowadays and ask for microtransactions and make money off of it. But seriously, this guy right there, he doesn't care about you. Rockstar Games doesn't give a flying fuck about you. And I want to make that point loud and clear. Rockstar doesn't care about you. You go into their feedback page asking for feedback, them saying, oh yeah, we listened to your feedback, let me bring it up again. Oh yeah, we are inspired by your direct feedback. That's complete bullshit. It's bullshit. They don't listen to you. They listen to whatever they feel like saying, discussing when having a McDonald's coffee or whatever, going like, how can we make more money off of these wallets playing GTA Online? Let's nerf Cayo Perico. Ooh, good idea. And that's what happens. There's no winning with Rockstar. Until every single one of you stops playing GTA Online indefinitely. And goes like, I will stop GTA Online right now until GTA 6 releases. We have to protest on that for Rockstar to believe we want GTA 6 to release. But by the time they release it, which if they do, if this so happens in a fantasy world, and they release it by December of this year, I can bet you anything it will be just as bad as Cyberpunk 2077, if not worse, because it would be poorly optimized, because Rockstar's taking their sweet time to make anything proper, even with GTA Online. And they're blaming you guys for not paying them enough microtransactions. So there's no winning this case whatsoever. But I just like to tell you right now, Rockstar's money-hungry greed has exceeded new heights, and I personally find it complete bullshit. Thank you for watching. If you guys have any comments or any opinions on what I've said or what you believe as any reference to this video, feel free. Let your heart out. Okay? Thank you for watching. And Rockstar, you're starved for money. And it's sad. But I just exposed you again. Good luck getting out of this one, chump.